Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John, and today's going to be a quick CD update where I'm going to be showing you 5 CDs from my collection. These are CDs I've had for a very long time. I bought them all in the late 80s, early 90s. The common theme is going to be hair metal, but you're going to see that these bands are a lot more. They each have their own unique style and a unique sound. This is also going to be an artwork update where I'm going to be showing you something I've recently been working on. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I upload pretty much every day. I do rock and metal reviews, I do rankings, and I do a lot more. Please check the video description on ways to support this channel. I will be leaving some Amazon affiliate links, so if you're a US resident, you can purchase some of the albums that I'm showing today. So with that being said, let me start with the artwork. So this is a watercolor based on the new Foo Fighters Medicine at Midnight. I really like the colors in this, and I think the new Foo Fighters album really worked well with the watercolor, the way the different colors blend and things like that. I'm going to be putting this on display in my background in the meantime, and eventually I will be framing it, but I'm going to put this in the background in the meantime. So let me get to the albums. The first one is Love Hate Blackout in the Red Room. So this is a band, they were classified as hair metal, but more in the style of like LA Guns, Guns N' Roses, Rat, more of that sleaze metal, I guess you would call it. They had a video on MTV that was fairly popular called Why Do You Think They Call It Dope, which was an anti-drug song, which is kind of funny because basically the rest of the songs on the album are about drinking Jack and getting drunk and blacking out. There's a song called Mary Jane. I mean, there's no really, what that's all about. But I guess they wanted to be responsible, but this is a solid album. I listened to it again yesterday, for the first time in a while, and it really stands up. It's a really great album, really great sound, and they released a couple albums throughout the 90s, so this is a pretty cool band. Next is the debut by Dangerous Toys. Now this band, the singer Jason McMaster, he was originally in a band called Watchtower, and Watchtower is this technical thrash band that came out in the early 80s, and they were really ahead of the time. It's a really awesome band, but that band, I guess, didn't really take off, and Jason formed Dangerous Toys. So this is a hair metal with a southern rock feel. It has Sportin' a Woody, it has Teasin' Pleasin', Scared, Feels Like a Hammer is a ballad. So this is an awesome album. They released about 4 or 5 more albums later, but this is definitely a great band to check out. Okay, next is Saigon Kick the Lizard. Now this band, this is an awesome band. I listened to this one again yesterday and I forgot how heavy the riffs are. I mean, they were always classified as hair metal, but no, they're very different. I mean, their riffs are almost like thrash metal, but the songs are crafted into more of pop metal or hair metal, and they use a lot of Beatles harmonies, so they have a very unique sounds. But one of they had one hit called Love Is On The Way, which is an acoustic ballad. They had the song God of 42nd Street, which is an awesome track. It has this Beatles sound to it. But like I said, I mean, there are some super heavy riffs on this album, and this is awesome. I listened to this yesterday, like I said, really a good sound to it. I'm thinking of doing a ranking of this band because I discovered this band a long time ago, and I was looking through those bargain bins, and there was a store called Caldor. It was a store that went out of business in the late 90s, and it was similar to Kmart. And I remember finding the cassette for the band, for Saigon Kick's Water album, which is the one after that. And I also bought the Vince Neil's, I forgot what it's called, but it was his solo album. That was another good one. But on Water, they get a lot more experimental. That's another great album, so I'm thinking of doing a ranking of them eventually. But This album, The Lizard, this is awesome. Okay, next is Skid Row. So this is a very popular band. Their debut album was more of like a hair metal style. I mean, they're out of New Jersey. They were discovered by Bon Jovi. And the debut album featured like Youth Gone Wild and 18 in Life. And it was that like standard like hair metal sound. On this album, they definitely like changed. They picked it up a notch. They got a lot more heavier. So I remember the first time I heard this, I saw their lead single on MTV. And that was, let me see, what was that called? Monkey Business. And I remember like hearing that, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. This is pretty heavy. This is pretty cool. So this is the original disc. There's a song, Get the Fuck Out. I think that was taken out like later, but this is the original disc that includes that track here. And again, this is a heavy album, and it's pretty good. My last band, I have 2 albums. Bang Tango, Psycho Cafe, and the follow-up, Dancing on Coals. Now this is an awesome album. You know, think of like hair metal, but mixture of like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, that like funk sound. So it's like hair metal and funk. This is an awesome album. They had Someone Like You, that was an awesome song. Wrap My Rings, they have a ballad, Just For You. This is a great album. The second album, this one was okay. I never really got into this one as much, but still it does have that like hair metal and funk metal sound. So this is also a pretty cool album. And that's it. Those are my 5 bands, so you can all check them out. And that's it for this video. So like I do in the end of all my videos, I usually link some other videos that will be appearing over here. And please like, comment, subscribe. My next video will be the Foo Fighters ranking video. I'll have that one out tomorrow. I already planned it and put everything where it goes. And other than that, I will see you in the next one.